Calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers, calling all the messengers. Can you hear it?
Hey everybody, it's Chaplain Sal, back for another coffee talk with Chaplain Sal. As promised, another coffee cup. They keep coming. I just keep finding them. This is from the New York Maritime Academy, my first year of college. So I thought I'd come to you today and talk about masks. Masks. Not these masks, although these are a great metaphor. Kind of the idea I want to talk about. Masks. As I sanitize my hands. What do we normally use masks for? Obviously in healthcare we use masks to protect ourselves, but what else do we do with masks? Think Halloween. We hide behind them, right? We escape. Halloween's always a fun holiday, even as an adult. I've had more fun as an adult on Halloween than as a kid because it's a chance. It's the one day a year we get to put on a mask and pretend to be somebody else. That's why I love the Renaissance Fair every year, and I go every year. I get to dress up in costume and pretend to be someone else from a different time period. But we tend to hide behind masks. And it's just not masks. We tend to hide who we are, not just on Halloween, right? How many times have we pretended to be something else, someone else, to impress someone on a first date that you're interested in, on a job interview, to impress a new boss. You pretend to be something else. Now, on a job interview, it's good to be confident and to show the good aspects of your life, but sometimes we do that to compensate for our own insecurities. We hide those insecurities with one personality trait or another to try to pretend that they don't exist. I remember when I was brought up on Friday as a teenager, going to church camp, Silver Bay Presbyterian Youth Conference up at Lake George every summer. Went every summer in high school, every year in college. And when I started seminary, I got to preach. That was one of the first times I ever preached, was at a youth camp. And I preached about this idea, these masks that we put on to pretend to be something other than we are. And I showed a clip, a scene from Star Wars. Love Star Wars. There's a scene in Return of the Jedi when Luke and Darth Vader have defeated the Emperor and they're trying to escape and Darth Vader is dying. And here, let's take a look.
Luke, help me take this mask off.
But you'll die.
Nothing can stop that now. Just for once, let me look on you with my own eyes.
So I preached on that scene. The idea being that take your mask off and let God see you for who you are. Let God look on you with his own eyes. Because you are a child of God. God already sees through your masks, but he wants you to take the mask off and be your true self. Brennan Manning, one of my favorite, probably behind John Calvin is probably my favorite theologian. Brennan Manning says, define yourself radically as one beloved by God. This is the true self. Every other identity is an illusion. So our identity is rooted in the idea that we are beloved by God. One of the hardest concepts for me to learn and to process and to really latch on to a couple years ago was the idea that I am accepted despite being unacceptable. God loves me just as I am, not as I should be, because I'll never be as I should be. It doesn't matter, because God loves me as I am. So take off your mask. Obviously, don't take this mask off when you're with a patient or around the community. Keep it on. But when you're alone, take off your mask and let God look upon you with his own eyes. Because your identity is rooted in the fact that you are beloved by God. That is your true self. All right, guys. This has been another coffee talk. Have a good one. And in the words of the great philosophers,
Be excellent to each other.
rock on. See you later.